Hello everyone! Blizzcon Day 2 is about to wrap up, and sad to say, I don't have that much new information to share. Heroes of the Storm had some bits and pieces, with new heroes and new maps, but I'm saving that one for a bigger video, since I still need to rewatch a panel from yesterday, and I'll probably make a video about that for tomorrow. Now the news that we did get today, let's start with Overwatch. They've been working on Overwatch for about a year and a half, and they want to have diverse characters that appeal to multiple people. They would love to see their characters placed in Heroes of the Storm, and the story will probably not take place in the game itself. The game type, and I have to correct myself, yesterday I said a first-person shooter, it's just a team-based shooter. Now the game type, it just doesn't lend itself very well to storytelling, so they might place it up on the website, they might make videos out of it. They're not sure yet how to tell the story, and we'll find out later what they're planning. Someone actually asked if they might add an adventure mode to the game so that the storyline can be told, and they love the idea, but again, they'll try and they'll see what they're going to do with it. Some of you already seen the game, made the comparison to Team Fortress 2, and they see that as a huge compliment since Team Fortress is a great game. Overwatch will set itself apart from the other shooters with the different hero abilities, and adding heads would be a great idea. Another panel was for the World of Warcraft Q&A, and normally the Q&A isn't that great, but this time it was pretty damn poor. They also had a panel where they talked about Warlords of Draenor itself, like the item squish and the gear changes and all that. That was all old news, we already heard that at last BlizzCon. And these questions, well, it was about bacon, it was about Farallon's eyebrows. Most of the time was spent talking about what characters people play, what guild they come from, what realms they're on. It's the standard Q&A session when it comes to BlizzCon, and it's a Q&A. I've made a couple of notes with the questions, which you can find on my Facebook page, but some of the more interesting ones, in my opinion, were, for example, will anyone claim the Doomhammer? To this question, they answered jokingly, and they replied, obviously, you will be the one to claim the Doomhammer. It was a young man that asked the question, so they didn't really take him seriously, and I thought it was a great question. I would have really loved to know who was going to pick up the Doomhammer, but apparently they didn't really have an answer for it, and this was a theme that will go through on the entire Q&A. Either they reply jokingly, or we would like to do that, or we have plans to do that. You know, it's the standard answers they give at a BlizzCon. Another question was, Gallywix isn't in the game, will he ever be added to the game? To which they said, we'll bring him back, and when we do, we'll actually give him some additional storyline. Redshirt Guy came out with the question, Farallon was announced to be part of Warlords, where did it go? To which they said, you can send your followers to explore Farallon, and it's something they would love to see in the game. They don't know yet if it will be part of a patch, if it will be added to the game entirely, and at first they were thinking about making it a starting zone for boosted characters, but then they chose against it, and they gave everyone the Tanaan jungle experience, so who knows if we'll ever see Farallon again. The final question was one I really wanted to see answered, and much love to the person who asked the question. I don't know if you saw my tweets or if you asked it out of yourself. The question was, Khadgar wields a Tish now, so is he the new Guardian? And unfortunately, again, they didn't give a real answer. The answer they gave was, it remains to be seen, and then they were talking about their brothers and whatnot. So time will tell if they'll actually give a reason to this, or if they'll just let it be without a word. The final panel they did was the Looking for Group documentary, which I thought was really interesting to see. I loved how Blizzard was talking about their franchise, how great of a franchise they built, and they didn't just talk about the developers and those who were working at Blizzard. They actually had people from the community come together and were part of the documentary. So thankfully it's also available for everyone on YouTube. I'll place a link in the description. Like I said at the start, tomorrow I'll make a quick video about the changes coming to Heroes of the Storm, and then BlizzCon is done. It's not a lot of new information to share this year, but I don't think that's much of a surprise. The new expansion is releasing next week, so there wasn't a major Warcraft expansion to announce, but we did get the new Hearthstone expansion. They did talk about the StarCraft expansion, we got the Warcraft movie, we got Heroes of the Storm, we got a brand new type of game to look forward to. All in all, it's pretty damn exciting stuff, but nothing about World of Warcraft. I know most of you were interested mainly in World of Warcraft, so for you it might have been a poor BlizzCon this year. Either way, I'm done for today. I'm going to watch Metallica now, so thank you very much for watching everyone, and until next time guys, see ya!